Okay, so we're going to just do this little mini lesson on how phospholipids work. So let's start with the structure. And here's like the typical picture of what you might see a phospholipid look like, with this polar head and a tail, two tails actually, that are non-polar. Okay, so polar, what polar means is that it has some sort of charge or an unbalance of charge, and hydrophilic means that hydro, water, philia means to love, so it loves water. So this part here likes to be in water all the time. Over here, non-polar, so if the polar means it has some sort of charge or unbalance in its charge, non-polar means it's generally neutral or symmetrical. You don't know too much about that, and hydrophobic means that it fears water, so it tries to avoid water at all costs. So how do we get from here? So I'm going to put this off to the side here and bring in, first off, we have a couple of these things are called fatty acids. Actually, I'm going to move this off altogether. So these are 3 fatty acids right there. And I also want to include, besides these 3 fatty acids, is also this glycerol molecule up here. So we have a little reaction that takes place where the OH on one and the H on another are removed to form water, and in the process these bind. Okay, and then same thing over here, take this OH and combine it with this H right here. It will form water. It's our second water right up there, and we have another bonding here. And then again, here's this OH and this H, they'll come together to form water. And now what we have is this, what's called a triglyceride, and we have 3 waters. Okay, so triglyceride, that's probably what you find in most of your fats, but that's, you're saying to yourself, well, this has 3 tails, and this other structure, we had before, this had 2. So what happens is we have a phosphate head, and it isn't exactly just a phosphate, usually an additional part here, but there's phosphorus with all these oxygens in red, and we again will have another one of these reactions take place. This takes a spot there, this will reform that, and now you have this very polar head and 2 non-polar tails. Try to fit it in the picture there, so if you can imagine, I'm just going to place this right on top of it. There's the 2 tails, there's the head, here's the 2 tails. Okay?